Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Wednesday, the 15th of March, 2023. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. As always, keep in mind, this is general. I am just getting back from a nice workout at the gym and I went tanning, so I just ended up in such a good mood. And so I decided to hop on and do this reading. I do feel as if this is a Wednesday where you're being reminded that luck is on your side, seeing a bit of evidence at certain points or one in particular. That you can take a leap of faith or just do what's right for you. I do feel as if there's a reminder that things are working out for you individually in certain ways. I do feel as if, okay, the overall message that I channeled, make a wish, make a wish. I do feel as if there's a reminder to slow it down at certain points throughout this day, for some the entire day, because you're just feeling very motivated, very goal oriented, just wanting to get a lot done. Just maybe feeling a little bit anxious for some. I do feel as if there's a focus naturally going back to the overall message on what you want, what you need. Spirit's saying if you desire a change in your life, say a new move of residence, a new car, it could be a new job, it could be entrepreneurship, it could be more success for whatever you're working on or have been. Make that wish, okay, and see it come to be when it's meant to, how it's meant to. But it just feels like there's luck on your side when it comes to a connection to a community. This could be online, in person, could be more than one for some. Wow, that was a lot. Bear with me. For Wednesday. Okay, regeneration. I do feel like there's thoughts of building something from the ground up, starting again. I do feel as if there's a bit of a replenishment vibe coming from this. You gotta feel the need to recover from, say, taking care of oneself, all the hard work you've been putting forth towards a business, a project, your job. Could be more than one situation. I do feel like some of which are thinking about reconnecting with somebody. And this could be a long time coming. You may have disconnected from them a while ago, but for some, I feel like it's just you want to reconnect after a bit of silence between you and somebody. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I don't feel like it is necessarily a negative amount of silence or a type. It's just two busy souls. But I do feel as if you're being reminded that you're going the distance, okay? And I feel like something you've been working on is going to go the distance. Yeah, naturally, if you look at this imagery, I feel like it's a day where you're speeding around, running around at times like a chicken without a head, getting things done. I do feel like there's a sense of you needing to breathe at certain points, rebalance oneself out, reground oneself. Meditation will definitely come in handy. But I feel like your connection to your higher self is also taking a highlight. And there's a focus on your mind and your vibration. If you look at this detail right here around our head, I do feel like there's thoughts of the past at a certain point to remind you that you made the right choice. Wanting fairness, wanting something to be more within your control. But again, if you look at this balance, I feel like there's a need for more balance at certain points. Wanting to, again, just keep the ball rolling, wanting to see more success for oneself. But at a certain point, there's a sense of you having luck on your side when making this one important wish for oneself. Now, when you're getting this push at certain points throughout the day to, or one in particular, to make this wish to see it come to be for oneself, again, whatever it ends up being for you, there's a sense of you potentially needing to prioritize, right? What do you want the most? Okay, this might be success in love. It might be that perfect person for you, or just reconnecting with somebody. It might be, again, career oriented, more money for a lot. But I do feel like there's a potential for you to acquire one thing that you wish for, and then it leads to the other, right? That perfect job, and then it leads to more money, right? So it could be, again, one door opening and then another one starts to open for oneself. Kind of a positive trickling effect. Bear with me. Let's pull some tarot. I do feel like there's a need to clean up at certain points throughout this day, tidy up, recognizing or remembering that your external reality and how clean or kind of messy it is does end up reflecting when it comes to your mindset. That was horribly put, but you get the point. It can affect your mindset for the better or for the worse. I do feel like there is some spiritual messing with throughout this day. So don't let that affect you in a negative sense. Just roll with it. But I do feel like at certain points, there's a very poised way about your energy, about how you accomplish. But then you might find a clumsy moment takes place, or you get messed with spiritually, and that affects your poised way of being in a negative way. So be it. But I do feel like there's an angel watching over you, and you're being reminded to continuously enhance your glow. You might find that something you've been working on or you decide to accomplish on this day helps you glow, but also you need to heal from it afterwards. Kind of reminds me of doing these readings. We have the Death and Rebirth card and the Two of Cups. They're saying the glow starts within. I feel like there's a shining way about you and your work, I want to say. But I feel like there's an ending and a new beginning that somebody drawn to this reading is desiring. And this is, or the ending could have already happened. And so therefore you're looking for that new beginning. They're saying, again, make that wish. But I feel as well, there's a bit of a focus on how much you've changed over time, how much a connection potentially has changed over time. If we look at the Two of Cups here, paired with the Death and Rebirth card. But separately, I feel like there's, again, thoughts of a specific person you wish to reconnect with or see more success with. It could be you just wondering, when am I going to meet that perfect somebody for myself, that soulmate? But Spirit's saying everything comes in due time when it's meant to. But I feel like once again, you need to prioritize what is going to need, what you desire to come in first, okay? And then the rest can follow. And there also is a reminder throughout this day not to settle, to strive for, I don't want to say perfection, but an ideal person for oneself, ideal connection, right? A healthy one that helps enhance your glow all the meanwhile. That ideal job, living situation. Just because it hasn't come in yet or it isn't coming in right away doesn't mean it isn't, okay? There's a need to keep the hope alive. But look at this, the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, because I do feel as if, again, you are running around at times just wanting to charge forth towards more for oneself. And yeah, it's just this hunger for more. But I do feel like there's true levels of passion and a fire within that feels either relit surrounding this day or within it, or just, you might find that it's just the flame is growing as the day trickles on. The Page of Cups and the Four of Cups, because I do feel like there's at times a bit of a daydreamy vibe, naturally when you're being pushed to think about one if not multiple wishes for oneself, goals, if you will. So I feel like manifestation's coming into play, obviously. That was a bit forceful, key wording. I do feel like you are being pushed to at a certain point as well. Think about the type of person, the type of energy, the type of living situation, and work situation that just doesn't suit you at this point along your path. And it's important to understand that you have the intuition strengthened at this point in your life to decipher quite quickly. You're not for me, okay? I'm noticing the red flags and I'm not ignoring them at this point along my path. This job, say you're gonna go on an interview sometime in the upcoming days, weeks, this just doesn't feel right. I intuitively feel this is not gonna be a place where I'm gonna thrive and succeed, or where I'm gonna make enough money. It could also go for a different type of investment. So I do sense that there's just a huge focus on the fact that what you feel is needing to be trusted at this time. If you do find that one, if not multiple moments of the day does feel a little bit emotional, it might not be your energy. And if it is, potentially needing to go through some healing in the upcoming days. I do feel like the loud car was purposeful in the background. Could be dealing with background noise, but that kind of just adding to that cheetah sort of Knight of Swords vibe about the day at certain points, all right? And I feel like some of which onto the reading are thinking about a new car, and how that's going to be a necessity moving forward, whether you have one now or not. Interesting. And I feel like with that, you might feel the need to settle at first just to obtain something to drive around in. Anyways, but others you're thinking about an upgrade. The Sun card, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. There is part of you that's expecting the worst due to the past. And that's going to take a highlight as well. But then there's just parts of the day where you're feeling quite sunny and alive. And this is refreshing, given I feel like a lot drawn to the reading. Potentially, I've been feeling depleted recently, a little bit out of it, a bit blah. But you're also being reminded you deserve that happiness, that colorful life for oneself, full of different levels of success and that different ideal situations for oneself. I do feel like you're being reminded you don't need to pick and choose between different levels of success, right? You can have that ideal relationship and that career success, all the meanwhile, that independence, and have them at times intertwine in a beautiful way. You don't need to pick and choose, okay? You can have it all. But the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, yeah, I feel like for a lot, once again, there's a focus on an ideal situation to invest your money in for more comfort or just more success. It could be that ideal job for oneself, ideal business location for some. But I do feel like I'm hearing family success. That's not for everybody, but it's just a day where there's a lot of moments to reflect, to wish for what you desire in a very prioritized way, but don't get too emotionally attached to and weigh down the process of acquiring what it is for you. It's a day where, again, balance oneself out as you run around getting things done, but Spirit's saying, make a wish and watch it come true. All right? So I hope this was really helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Wednesday, and I'll see you next time.